See small made spectacular. A tiny grotto cottage in Miami.
It can't be 4 white walls and a window.
Lofty charm in San Francisco. And an upside-down renovation in LA. That's next. Mike Butler is an architectural photographer who takes pictures of Miami mansions, but comes home to a tiny grotto hideaway. Hi, Mike. How are you?
Ginger, how's it going?
Good. Good to see you.
Yeah, you too.
It's like a little mini adventure coming in through these caves.
Very cool, isn't it? It's a nice transition from the outside world. It's very different. You want to go take a look at the inside?
Absolutely.
Let's go.
Mike's 400-square-foot one-room cottage is one of 6 on the property. The vaulted ceilings give the space enough height for a sleeping loft. Mike, this place is tiny. I can see the whole thing. It's kind of like a beach cabana in here.
Yeah, it's super small, isn't it?
It's super small, but, you know, it looks like you've got a little bit of everything in here.
Being an artist, I need a certain kind of energy. It can't be 4 white walls and a window.
I wanted to create an environment where creative people could feel inspired. I wanted people to come here and write their great American novel. And I wanted to bring people together that could inspire each other.
The right half of the room is for writing and relaxing. I'm standing in an office. If I walk 3 feet over, I'm in a nice, cozy living room.
The 2 spaces are faced opposite each other. Instead of using a partition to separate the spaces as would normally be done, I use the furniture and the aesthetics of the 2 spaces, which are completely different, and you walk in and you immediately know which space is for what. I went from almost 1,000-square-foot apartment to this.
This is the size of a 2-car garage.
More or less, yeah. 1.5 almost. What I did is I just pared down all my garbage. We all have that riffraff. And
oh, that's it.
Out the window it went and right down to the basics.
A ladder leads to a sleeping loft just big enough for a mattress.
This is the loft up here where I sleep, and of course it's separated complete from the rest of the space and allows me to have, instead of using part of the space for bed, it's completely up there.
Just for instance, as you come up here, I really got to see if I'm going to smack my head on this. You know, you've got about 2 feet here, and you're a tall guy too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's never a problem for you.
Well, you hit your head every once in a while, but again, you know, I'm looking for something completely different, and this fits the bill. It's not for everybody.
I love that he maximized the vertical space. However, for me, I would bang my head every morning waking up in that space.
Now, there's certain things you're missing, though, in a traditional bedroom, like you don't have a dresser, night tables. Where do you keep all your stuff?
What I do is I keep it back here in the closet, and it's all sanctioned off.
Closet back here?
Yeah, right over here.
Mike only has 1 closet, so he had to find a way to make everything fit. This is a luxury, a walk-in closet in this space.
Isn't it fabulous? It has great shelving, which I can put all the books, keeps it out of the main space, keeps the clutter away, and I can even use it as a changing room if guests are over.
Yeah, you can shut this door, and I mean, you really have enough room in there. It's pretty big.
Having 1 central storage space is a great idea. You don't have lots of little nooks and lots of little crannies. Where did I store that? Where did I put that? You know where everything is, and you can get it right away.
The left half of the cottage is for photography and food. You already have an office over there. Why do you need a second one?
Well, that specific office for paperwork, taxes, you know, things I don't like, put in the corner. This is where the real action happens, the digital retouching, the output, scanning, it all's all done right in here.
Yeah, it's quite an elaborate setup, too. You know, Mike, one of the things I love about having a fully functional office here is when you spin and roll, you've got a kitchen over here. Now, it is one of the smaller kitchens. I mean, it's about as wide as my arms, but I think it's got everything you could ever ask for in a small space.
Absolutely. It's got a ton of storage space underneath the stove here. Pull-out cabinets, they roll right out. We also have these up here, quite a few cabinets.
The kitchen was actually something that was a very serious concern for me. This used to be a wall here, and we actually knocked down this wall. We made this as a space that was actually part of the rest of the space. We cantilevered it so that you could sit at the counter.
Right over here.
And the person could be cooking, and you could be chit-chatting or whatever.
And if there's more people, you've got the whole space.
Anytime you can have an overhang in a kitchen counter, it's great in a small space. What you're doing is just expanding your seating choices.
One of the issues was how to get a dishwasher in this space, which was always like, oh boy, how can I do this? And this particular manufacturer had the only model that you could actually put a sink on top.
Oh, wow.
And so basically this was the choice. And it's a full-size dishwasher. This is a full-size cooktop. And there's a pretty much full-size refrigerator so that the person who lived here could have enough room to store things and to actually wash dishes.
Though Mike's cottage is small, he and his neighbors have another space for getting together.
So I want to show you our plaza.
Well, this is more than a plaza. This is your own little private getaway up here. Oh, wow. You've really created your own little oasis up here.
The whole concept was this is at the upper level above the roof. And Miami is a very flat city, so this is kind of like our little mountaintop. And from here you can see the rooftops of the surrounding community, and it's really nice.
It's like a whole nother apartment up here and a completely different environment in terms of the ambiance and what you can do with it. This space at this moment in my life is absolutely perfect. As an artist, it gives you inspiration and energy to continue on and keep creating new and better things. It's just love at first sight, you could say.
Coming up, a hairdresser's tiny jewel in New York. But next, a modern couple's historic hideaway.
I walked in and I knew that it was tiny, but I knew that it was the place.